Alright, let's try this again, because the first time it gave us some trouble. It gave us some trouble the first time, where it said we were live, but YouTube didn't say we were live, and YouTube Studio didn't say we were live. So we're gonna try it again. YouTube says we're live. That's good. That's a good sign. Now we have to go to YouTube Studio and set our thumbnail, and hopefully we can just take off from there. Okay. That seemed to work. I just had to reset the stream. Reset the stream, set the thumbnail. I kind of ran away from where the NPCs were because they would not stop talking and it was getting on my nerves while I was trying to figure this out and while it wasn't working. But let's go ahead and like this. I should probably hold on, check the Genshin map. Like, did I actually spell Fontaine right? I think so. I hope so. It looks about right to me. The thumbnail is definitely the worst of this series, I would say, because I had no idea. I have no idea what I've been getting myself into, so I don't know what to make of it. I don't even know if I'm going to be saving Fontaine. I have no idea what I'm going into after this. It's just kind of all speculation, and where we left off, we're just going to have to see what happens. Let's do this. And then let's just get going, because this is going to be a very long part of the game, and I want to get through it. Unfortunately, I'm going into it already annoyed and upset, but we're doing it. So I might be a little grumpy. But there wasn't any time to really put this off, because it's already 5 o'clock. And I've had many things stalling me, so it's already 5 o'clock, we gotta get going. So let's go ahead and get going. Let's go all the way over to Fontaine, which is all the way up here. And then we gotta go all the way over here. Can I teleport to the fountain? That's cool. That'll save us some walking time. So, where we left off last time is the whole place. It was rumbling, crumbling, shaking down the prison. We run out. Primordial seawater explodes, whoosh, and then Clorind and Risley are down there fighting off the water. And Nouvelette was there, and he was like, yo, go to the Opera House, Farina's there, the Knave's there, protect Farina. But you know what? I decided that I don't like Farina, so we're going to take our time. We're going to walk so casually.
People over there. The Knave is probably here already. We need to hurry.
But I don't know if I care about Farina. Like, do we
need
to hurry?
In Paimon? Monsieur Nervalet has left instructions. Please follow me.
Okay.
Though I'm sure he's already explained, this should be a mostly cordial conversation, unlikely to give rise to violence. But it would be most appreciated if you could protect Lady Farina to the best of your abilities.
I will try. I can promise that I will try, at the very least. Okay, she looks very sad, Debbie Downer. Oh, now look, they're all happy.
Oh, so you two are the honored guests Miss Farina mentioned.
Of course.
Of course, of course. How could they not attend a meeting such as this? I must always have 2 or more guests at my dessert table. Otherwise, the occasion would be too lonely and unbecoming of my station.
I'm gonna pretend to know what you mean by that.
It is my pleasure to make your acquaintance, traveler. I have heard much of your accomplishments. I am the Knave, one of the 11 Fatui Harbingers.
Oh, I know. Well, oh yeah, I had to know. Pleasure to meet you too.
I've already prepared seats for you. Come, sit beside me.
Sure.
Perhaps
What
you
is this?
two are unaware of how Miss Farina and I do things. You see, we actually recently agreed to get together for tea when we had the time.
Why is our cake green?
See this? This is a limited type of confectionery that Miss Farina simply adores. There are only 16 slices sold every day. Here, why don't you and Paimon have a taste?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, she seems friendly, but she's got to be more than friendly. She's evil.
Traveler, what do you think of this cake?
I don't know. I haven't tried it yet. I lied. It's really good.
That's good to hear. So what Child said was on the mark after all. You do share a taste in desserts with Farina and I.
How does he know what desserts I like? Child had no reason to say something like that.
I wonder how he's doing nowadays. You must have heard, right? He's suddenly gone missing. I'm really worried about his safety, you know. Here's to hoping that he's an excellent swimmer.
I'm sure he's fine.
Since we're talking about him, I feel like I should add something. His martial prowess really looked certainly pretty impressive, yeah.
What? What are you going on about, Farina? Uh-oh.
Oh,
They don't
so
like each
you
other.
are also familiar with his aptitude for fighting, Miss Farina. Oh, right. I almost forgot. Child was subdued by Udex Nuvillette right in front of you.
Yeah, no, I was also there.
Against ordinary people, my colleague would never be on the back foot. But alas, he just never imagined he'd run into such a person. I must express my admiration for Monsieur Nuvillette.
I managed to find a few leads on his whereabouts.
Coming from you, that's not surprising at all.
Oh, really?
But I thought you would be happier to hear the news.
Of course, but it's still a bit of a shame. You see, I would have been far happier had I received this news somewhat earlier. As you well know, a long time has passed since Child disappeared.
Yeah, and I've been down in the prison for a long time, so I don't want to hear it.
Well, in any case, there's no need to worry. We know for sure that Child is still alive.
Oh, and just how do you know that?
Because we found evidence that proved he left the Fortress of Mirapede.
Yep.
And where did he go after leaving the fortress?
Well...
We don't know that part. Paimon, you ruined us.
The Fortress of Mirapede lies deep beneath the waves. Unless he pranced right out of the main gate, he must have had to swim for it. Do you have any proof that he surfaced safely?
We do not. But there's also no evidence that he's been injured, or killed, or drowned, or anything. He could be fine. He could be fine.
Ah, that is good news at least. His sister Tonya sent a letter to Fontaine not too long ago. Since he was unfortunately unavailable, I picked it up on his behalf.
Okay.
Do you have any idea how he usually writes back to his family? Dear Tonya, your letter made me feel like we were still enjoying our time in Snezhnaya together. I'm currently admiring the scenery on the streets in front of the Opera House. Is it something like that?
He's probably very endearing. She's turning up the pressure. I'm not sure if I'll be able to convince her, but I can at least try to distract her from Farina. That sounds good.
All letters tend to follow the same few formats anyway, right? As long as the contents are accurate, it doesn't matter so much how it's written or how it's worded.
Farina, stop talking.
Hold on. The water in the teacup is shaking.
I suppose this is also a sign of things to come, Miss Farina.
I don't quite understand what you're trying to say.
Have we entered into the next stage of the prophecy?
Yeah. Oh, none of what's down here.
My thanks to you both. I will take it from here.
What's Nouvellette gonna do?
Sure you don't need a hand?
Quite sure.
Wow. So, what's your secret, huh? Let me guess. Nah, who knows? Maybe it's just your sense of responsibility.
Sounds about right.
I probably should have listened last night, shouldn't I? I really have no idea if we're gonna be a part of saving Fontaine at all. I just figured that we'd be a bigger role. Okay.
A day may come when the prophecy is fulfilled, and the waters burst forth. But it is not this day!
Oh.
This ancient power could easily obliterate an entire race. A tsunami of fury would unleash endless catastrophe.
He's just saying no? He just said no.
This sentence is too severe. Forgive me for overruling it.
Okay, we didn't save Fontaine at all. We did absolutely nothing. Okay.
All right. Seems like the problem inside has been suppressed.
Let me guess. We're safe for now.
Indeed. But only for now.
I win this bet. You owe me a present.
You owe me a present.
Very well. It was indeed just as you said.
You made a bet?
We made a bet on the size of your entourage. Cloran thought you wouldn't come down by yourself.
I figured you would have at least brought a few people along for appearance's sake. It appears I underestimated just how confidential the mission was.
Shouldn't you have gotten used to confidential missions by now? That's just how the courts operate.
True.
So what gift must the loser give? Tea?
He already has tons of tea in his office. I'm thinking about a set of legal codices.
What is that?
That wouldn't happen to be a dig at my lack of legal awareness, would it?
Well, I'm sure His Grace doesn't consider the fortress to be outside the law.
I was under the impression the residents of a place like this would be uninterested in the legal codices.
That was obviously a joke.
Alright, well, bye.
Anyway, you've still got some unfinished business to attend to in the overworld, correct?
No need to stay here if you have a pressing matter. We all know you can't leave Palais Mermonia for long.
Thank you. I hope everything went smoothly with the Fatui Harbinger.
Okay. Well, hold on. I'm gonna quickly change our stream title because we didn't save Fontaine at all, which is quite boring, but we got to see Nouvellette do cool stuff. So we're gonna change that to what it was originally. We're gonna change it to this, because why not? Why not?
I must say, we've spent long enough playing house.
Okay.
Miss Farina, as the Hydro Archon, I am sure you understand the exact meaning of the phenomenon we just witnessed. Or should I say, that's what I originally thought. But looking at your expression, was I wrong? And you haven't a clue?
I do not understand what she's after.
What are you trying to say?
At this point, I don't think there's any more need to speak as diplomatic representatives. Allow me to speak to you now as just a Fontainian. You know the prophecy by heart, and also that every part of it is being proven true.
Okay.
Yet, here you are, relaxing, drinking tea, and eating desserts as if it's all nothing more than a few stray bugs in your garden.
Hello, social.
Do
Hello.
you really think that's acceptable? The prophecy's hanging above our necks like a guillotine. Every faction is looking for a way to either avert the disaster or save their own. Even the orphans of the House of the Hearth have devoted everything to saving their homeland.
Hello.
But you? It beggars belief just how nonchalant and carefree you have been. From the very beginning, you, the god Focalor, you have utterly failed to take action.
You're wrong. I've never ignored the prophecy, nor have I just been passing the time in self-indulgence. Retract your accusation and stop doubting the wisdom of the gods with such absurd conjectures!
I am not alone in my doubts, you know. All the children of Fontaine may be harboring the exact same thoughts right now.
Okay.
Oh, great Hydro Archon. How are you going to save them? Save us? How are the people you've sworn to protect supposed to survive in a land that will soon disappear beneath the waves?
It does feel like Farina's not done anything. We've only really seen Lenny and Riley do something about it.
I have my ways, and I've been working on them for all this time. Even if you look down upon me, you have no right to judge me!
Okay. Seems like feisty.
Fontaine will be saved. Even if I still cannot see the true future right now, as long as I continue on as I am, I will be able to hold my head up high!
See, now she's... Oh, does she actually mean something for once?
Then I ask you, Miss Farina, just what have you been working on? Where can we see it, and what is it doing to help?
I have no faith in Farina.
My machinations are just like the prophecy itself. They will only reveal themselves at the fated time. It is just that beings like yourselves are unable to perceive them as of yet.
That's insulting.
I see. As a god, the proof of your labor always lies beyond prying mortal eyes. Allow me to be so bold as to ask another way. Would it be possible for you to tell us the parts of your plan that are not confidential? Such as your emergency response plan for the impending disaster?
Okay.
An emergency response plan?
You've been caught up in your drama.
Oh, that look in your eyes. Have you not even prepared one of those?
The emergency response plan is also strictly confidential.
Then allow me to jog your memory. Miss Farina, what is the purpose of your Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal?
Oh, she said the thing.
And what do you plan to do with the massive amounts of indemnitium that has accumulated over the years?
The Oratrice? It's just like it appears to be.
So you also have no idea. If I'm not mistaken, someone's using it to prepare for something. But unfortunately, it would seem that someone is not you, Miss Farina.
Uh-oh.
I first caught wind of this when Linny tried to investigate the Oratrice in the Opera House. You see, even just getting close to the core contaminated him with an extremely large amount of indemnitium.
Okay.
But even if that had nothing to do with you, then what could you possibly be working on, oh great Hydro Archon?
Okay.
Oh, right. I almost forgot. Udex Nouvillette is not at the tea party with us today. Miss Farina, I suppose you must have ordered him away to take care of some troublesome business.
Yeah, yes, that's exactly right. Please keep it a secret for me.
Of course I will. Although, I must say, Miss Farina, you seem quite insecure without the Udex by your side.
True.
Oh, very well. Let's stop that conversation here.
He's
There are
sipping
still a
good.
few slices of cake left.
Who's
so
sipping?
please, help yourselves, everyone.
Uh, I'm over here just like, huh? I don't know nothing. He did deal with it all by himself. I got to do nothing. I was not the hero.
Traveler, I heard that you were recently commissioned to handle a few matters on behalf of the Udex. Why don't you take an extra slice of cake? Those who work hard deserve gratitude and praise.
I don't know how I feel about you either yet.
You too, Paimon.
I don't think I like either of you here.
Thank you. Paimon will take you up on that offer.
Okay, so change the topics, less significant, atmosphere, yada yada.
Oh,
Then we ate the
Paimon's
cake, you
super
take the
full.
tea.
That cake was great.
If it's on my tea table, it must be of the highest quality. Yes, and we must thank the knave for bringing these over as well.
Nice.
You're welcome. I'm sure the cake also felt greatly honored to be featured at Miss Farina's table. And I was merely catering to Miss Farina's tastes, seeking a chance to chat over tea.
I wouldn't call that a chat.
It is getting late. Why don't we call it a day? There are still a few matters that I need to take care of, so I must take my leave now.
Very well, we'll end it here.
Mind seeing me off, Traveler? We could use the opportunity to discuss Child before I must be on my way.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, sure.
Paimon's coming too.
I did not expect her to invite me to a private conversation. Hello? There we go. I was very lost, very confused. Wait, that's what that room is. That room over there is Farina's chill zone office. The one that we couldn't go in earlier. Hey, Knave. Knave, do you really want to talk about Child? Or are you gonna threaten me? Are you gonna... What's the play here? Hello? Hello?
I'm glad that you were willing to come with me. Of course, Child was just an excuse.
Oh?
I have no interest in your dealings with him.
Why? That's kind of mean.
That's what Paimon thought.
You lent your aid to the children of the House of the Hearth. As their father, I would like to express my gratitude.
I didn't expect that.
Do I look like an irresponsible father to you? The House of the Hearth is very important to me. You should know that I care deeply about my children.
Anything else?
That was all. Formal topics should be discussed in formal settings, and informal topics in informal settings.
That's
I know
fair.
you just returned from the fortress of Meripede. Relax. I have no intention of trying to get anything out of you. Linny, Lynette, and Fremine are still there, and I trust their judgment and abilities.
Okay.
They've all been working very hard and have always done all they can to fight back against anyone who tried to stop them. Especially Linny.
You mean Ridesley. He's a tricky one to deal with. It's unfortunate that Linny's so eager to prove himself that he can't learn to rely on others, including me.
Yeah.
By the way, and you can just consider this a bit of idle gossip, but what's your impression of Farina?
Do I get an option to be honest?
You are outside of our disputes, and the freest person in all of Fontaine, able to move around most easily. Allow
Why
me
does she have such
to
cool
share my
eyes?
perspective with you.
And that's everything that happened during the trial. Master Child was declared guilty and immediately transported to the Fortress of Meripede.
Yep.
Didn't he say he was coming here on vacation? Does he not feel an ounce of shame for all the trouble he has caused?
I...
Forget it. He did give us an opportunity.
For what?
I will be meeting someone shortly.
Do you require help with any preparations?
No need. I will take care of it myself.
Okay.
I need to meet with Farina, the Hydro Archon. She is at the heart of Fontaine. But what's fascinating about her is that She often seems more like a celebrity than a working Archon.
Oh? Come over here, you
Hey.
little critter, you! You dare to run from me? Stop right this instant!
My goal is just to discover the location of the Gnosis. But I didn't expect the chance to approach Farina to be handed to me on a silver platter. This is so easy, it's actually making me a bit suspicious.
So, okay, I've seen this picture.
Anything left unguarded is usually just bait. But
I've also seen this picture.
no one will blame someone for taking the bait. After all, from the moment it was attached to the hook, the bait is meant to be sacrificed.
Okay. So it's hacked.
It's just as I guessed in the second before I struck. The Hydronosis is not currently held by the Archon.
Okay.
In fact,
Hey,
this
Ruby.
Archon doesn't seem like a god at all.
Thanks for pulling up.
And I sense that she's under some kind of curse.
Or she's just awful.
Who are you? And what are you trying to do? Please don't kill me! I'm begging you, please!
The fear in her pupils is genuine, so perhaps she's not bait after all. Either way, targeting her has lost all meaning. I left the scene with ease. Nobody came looking for me, and nobody could serve as a witness to my near assassination of Focalor. I suspect even Farina dares not mention this incident to anyone.
Because she's weak.
Not long after, my informants confirmed what I had guessed. After returning to her quarters, Farina quietly cried alone. She was so scared that she could not sleep that night, nor could she even bring herself to eat her cake. There's no doubt that there's something wrong with her. I began to entertain the possibility that she is not the true Hydro Archon.
Oh?
Perhaps Eudex Neuvillette is actually the genuine article.
Oh?
I have to find the Gnosis. If the Neuvillette hypothesis is correct, he is probably in possession of it. Alternatively, it might have been hidden in a place that's hard for ordinary people to access.
I mean, the new Vlet thing would make sense.
Yes, Father.
My dear children, please speak.
News from the fortress of Meripede. Master Child has gone missing. On top of that, the contacts and guards we bribed at the fortress have all gone quiet as well.
Probably the handiwork of that Ridesley.
I'm afraid so.
This is a good opportunity. The value of a Harbinger is much higher than most would imagine. We now have an excuse to exert diplomatic pressure on the Fontaine authorities.
Okay.
Set up a meeting for me. I would like to meet the Hydro Archon and Eudex Neuvillette.
Okay.
Oh, and I have an additional mission for you three.
Yes, Father.
Tartaglia's disappearance was not a part of my plan, but I can use it to make a breakthrough. With this as my excuse, I can ask for an official audience and continue my investigation of Farina and Eudex Neuvillette.
Okay.
The initiative belongs to the House of the Hearth. My wish to investigate the fortress of Meripede will be a front. Lenny and his group will be responsible for the actual intelligence gathering.
Okay. So what were they investigating?
You should know the rest.
I guess they
Lenny's
worked for
group is
Gnosis down
quite
there.
close to you, so they wouldn't have hidden anything from you.
You attacked the Hydro Archon?
It wouldn't mean anything, even if you shouted it from the rooftops. After all, even Farina herself is still pretending that nothing of that sort ever happened.
Alright then.
I've now had 2 chances to enjoy tea with Farina. I have to say, the leadership of Fontaine is even more inscrutable than I had imagined. I once surmised that Eudex Neuvillette must be the Hydro Archon, but now, that doesn't seem right to me either.
Yeah, and what makes you think that?
I am a servant of Her Majesty the Tsaritsa. Over my years of service, I've learned how a real Archon conducts and carries themselves. Whether Eudex Neuvillette or Farina, neither fits the bill. It's hard to imagine either of them as the Archon.
She's a false god.
Of course, that is all just how I feel. Gut feelings often do not require justification. It is, however, quite amusing to me that after all my years working in intelligence gathering, I've come to realize I am at a complete loss regarding the identity of the god of the land of my birth. Don't you think Fontaine is quite intriguing? A catastrophe looms, yet many secrets have yet to rise to the surface. It looks like Fontainians will have no choice but to save themselves.
Probably.
Ultimately, though, one must survive in order to do anything else. Should the need arise, I would be happy to cooperate with you.
With me?
You don't need to commit to anything right now, of course. I have a feeling that the situation will continue to evolve, and as your name is often connected with noble deeds, I'm sure we will work together someday.
I'm sure that we won't. You're a bad guy. You're kind of evil. You're Fatui Harbinger. I don't like the Saritsa. I don't like you.
He certainly returned quickly. You must want to catch up with each other, so I'll leave you to him.
Yeah, sure.
Neverlet, is it over?
For now, yes. But this issue will prove quite thorny in the long term. I'm concerned that sooner or later the prophesized events will occur.
Probably.
Thank you for protecting Farina.
What happened down there?
To put it simply, I used my power to force back the primordial sea and reseal the sluice gate.
Oh yeah, and what happened up here was, they yelled at each other, the whole thing.
So as expected, the knave has turned up the pressure on Farina. She's trying to feel her out, though I'm still unsure as to her motives.
Yo, can I ask you some questions? Like, are you a god?
Permission granted.
Do you have, like, some connection to the Hydro Archon?
Whoa. It can't be that you're the real Hydro Archon, right? But that's just a speculation on our part, though. You can't tell us? Then that's okay. We can talk about something else. We won't try to force you. You guys in Fontaine are super strange.
Oh, that's for sure.
If by the phrase, you guys, you are referring to Farina and I, then although I'm not sure just what you are trying to imply, I must clarify that I do not share her positions on a multitude of topics.
What did you sense in the Fortress Metropolitan?
I believe so. The fortress has a long and complex history. It has seen much grief and suffering. And now, another catastrophe will soon be upon us. I mourn this turn of events.
Huh? Why is it raining all of a sudden?
Rain is raining. Oh. Nouvellette, are you the dragon?
You may be closer to the truth than you think.
Oh? I mean, that does explain your eyes. Maybe.
Oh? And what are you thinking?
He's the dragon water. He's the water dragon. He's special.
Dragon of... what? Huh?
Please do not be so surprised. Farina?
Nouvellette! Nouvellette, are you listening?
My apologies.
We were just guessing randomly. We didn't guess right, did we? You're not actually the dragon sovereign of water, right? Well, if you don't want to confirm or deny...
You guessed correctly. I sincerely hope you'll be able to keep this a secret for me.
Oh, of course, man.
Right, of course. We'll definitely help you keep it a secret. There's still something Paimon wants to ask you, though.
Oh, no. This whole time I had no clue.
Please, go ahead.
Well, if you are the dragon sovereign of water, and you were able to force back the primordial sea from the fortress...
I would have a much greater reaction to that news if I was in a good mood, but I got real upset before stream, and when I tried to stream the first time, it wasn't working out. So my mood's kind of killed. I'm finding it really hard to enjoy this. But we move on.
Then since Fontaine's prophecy is all about seawater, couldn't you just use your power to solve the crisis?
Exactly.
None of the currently living dragon sovereigns in the world, myself included, possess our full dragonhood.
What do you mean?
They say that when the first usurper arrived on Tivat, they seized a part of the dragon's power. Today, that stolen power is the basis of the Archon's authorities.
I don't think that would help. I would want to be my full self for both of them. Dang, they yoinked your power?
There are 7 elemental archons and 7 matching dragon sovereigns.
The dragon sovereign of water who lived through that era perished a long time ago. As their successor, I know far less of that part of our ancient history. In any case, I believe I will not be able to do much unless the Archon disappears and returns their elemental authority to me. Given the status quo, however, I would recommend finding another way to deal with the prophecy.
Okay.
Oh, so even you can't solve it.
I still have some urgent matters to attend to at my office. If you have any more questions regarding ancient history, you are welcome to discuss them with me at a later time.
Please go right ahead. There's a place that Paimon wants to go too. Traveler, why don't we pay another visit to the Fortress of Meripede? Paimon is a little worried.
Alright, see you later, Nouvellette.
We'll see you another time.
Take care.
Oh, I forgot. It's not an auto. Back to prison. Oh, never mind. It's all over there. Hello? Prison? Prison? What's going down here? Fellas? Fellas, what's going on here? Where's my objective in this room? Do I have to open the thingo? How do I open the thingo? What was... It says higher, but... What? It's just the door. Daisy, can you... Oh, let's go talk to this person, I guess. It's being very unclear on what's in the office. Sejuin!
Sejuin! Traveler, Paimon, you're back! Are you still doing alright? Did either of you get hurt?
No, we're fine, we're fine. You gotta believe me, we're fine.
We're fine, but what about you guys? It was such a huge mess. How bad was it?
A few people sustained superficial injuries, but that's about the extent of the damage. Monsieur Nervulette paid us a visit. It was all thanks to him that we managed to suppress the crisis for the time being.
Okay.
Of course, we must also thank you for the help you provided.
How did Nervulette know that he was needed here?
Well, Monsieur Nervulette has strong resonance with the hydro element. When the water level rises, he can feel the waves produced. I ran into the bombshell bros while bandaging the injuries of the wounded. They were mumbling the whole time about how you just ran down without a word. I'm so relieved to see that you're both alright. If you're not too pressed for time, please stay with us a few more days.
Why would I stay in prison?
Just let me know if you get a craving for any particular dish, so I can have Mr. Wolsey get your meals prepared. Oh, and please feel free to visit the infirmary for a break at any time. I'd like to take the opportunity to spend some more time observing your facial muscles as well. Your happy smiles are quite contagious, you know. They're so memorable, and I've missed them immensely while you were gone.
But like, I don't want to stay in prison. I don't want to stay in prison. No, I want to stay in prison, you psycho. I want out. Hey, I'm alive. What's up, fellas?
You guys are back?
Crystal! Macaroon!
You guys didn't get caught and thrown back down here, right?
Huh? No, not at all.
Ah, and here I thought you'd managed to escape from jail during all the commotion. I'd held you up as legendary jailbreakers, but now you're telling me you just never left?
We're sorry, but we just had some business to take care of.
Yeah.
All right. There's no need to get caught up in the details. We're just relieved to see you. He was super worried about you, you know.
Hey, it wasn't just me. Weren't you super worried as well?
Something like that, yeah. I was also transferred to work in the kitchen a few days ago. I can still hear Quisto mumbling to the carrots. Are those two all right? Do you think they made it out alive? Whenever he'd say that, I'd tell him I'm sure they're fine. Wherever they are, they're kicking back with drinks in hand, enjoying the lovely scenery.
Hello, Project Fallen VR. Unfortunately, I'm not feeling good, so I'll probably not commit to the stream.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with worrying about your prison pals.
I just kind of want to...
Is there? I mean, considering how they always love listening to all my gossip.
I just kind of want to get this, like, post-calamity interrogations, and I'll probably just call it, because I am not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. Today's not the day. Ow, I bit my tongue.
They sure are a lot warmer and friendlier than when Paimon first met them.
I'm sure your guys' cooking is great. It's a 10 out of 10.
Say so. I'll be watching you to make sure you finish every last bite.
Hey, I'm not gonna stay here. I'm not gonna stay here, pal. Oh, thank you. Much appreciated. Now we have to go to the big door over here. I don't remember what's over here, but something's over here. Excuse me, guards. I like how these guys do not care what you do during the day. They don't even look at you. They don't bat an eye. You can just walk on through. Oh wait, this is the... I still don't understand what wants me to do. Why? I'm assuming this is... Go here last. It just tells me to leave as soon as I go in. Alright, so we now have to go... above, which... How do we do that? We teleported here and... Which one? Reception... I don't remember how to go up. Elevator? Up elevator, please. Hey, there it is. I think this is where we need to go. We just gotta go up. I have to run all the... I do not miss running around this whole place. You got 2 teleports, one of them is useless. But all the rest is just running. Running, long elevator rides, talking to people, working, talking to people some more, running, explosions, vampires, no, cannibals, not vampires. It's just been a mess. Excuse me, mister, I'm gonna go check my dormitory. Or is this the infirmary? Where am I going? Oh, we're at the infirmary. Hey guys. You guys still chilling here?
Now guess, what suit will this next card be?
A bare-teeth cat?
Well, look who it is.
I don't think that's a suit.
Traveler, Paimon.
Hi.
Hello, everyone.
Looks like you're recovering nicely from it, eh?
Mm-hmm. Thanks to everyone's support. Oh, right. I managed to work up the courage to thank Miss Clorant in person.
Oh, he's shy.
Whoa, how did she react?
She told me that it was nothing. It was as if saving a life wasn't a big deal
Is
to
he
her
shy
at all.
and not depressed? I thought it was
She
depressed.
also told me not to worry about it.
She didn't want to stress you out, that's all. She's right, and it's best not to dwell on it.
Yeah.
Okay, but check this out. We went back to the opera house and we met the knave.
Oh, we met your father.
You met father? Did she say anything to you?
Oh, yes, she
She
did.
said a few things that were, a bit hard to understand. And also that she's looking forward to working with us in the future.
Yeah, it was a little weird.
Her
A little
attitude
surprising.
towards you is even better than what we'd imagined. That's fantastic.
Is that... I don't think I want the bad guy to like me.
You should believe her. She has her own way of doing things, and she'll do everything in her power to help those she considers close, which now might also include you.
Yo.
Father is very capable, and also trustworthy.
I don't know about trustworthy.
Oh, Paimon just remembered that she thought Lenny was a bit too proud as well. She said that you should learn how to rely on others sometimes.
Got it.
That does sound like something that father would say.
He's talking without moving his mouth.
Hey!
Are you going to stay here for the next few days?
Looks like it, yeah.
No.
Excellent. I will host a tea party.
Yo,
For
never
real?
mind.
Then Paimon wants another serving of cake.
Another implies that you were already served some delicious cake while you were up there. How lovely. Well, next time, you're going to have tea and snacks with us.
Fine. I didn't want to stay in jail, but if I have to... Alright, so now let's go see what's up in the office, because maybe we're supposed to go down below, but it was really weird, and it was like marking the door and saying higher down below is obviously not higher, so I think the game's a little confused. I think it's a little confused on where to go. Excuse me. Excuse me. Alright, big door, here I come. Risley. Risley, where are you? Oh, see, it wants me to go down. Oh, see, now it says lower? That's so weird. Why is it suddenly... Okay, sure. We're going down. Hey, what's up, guys? Wait, I don't care about you. Where's Risley? Hey, guys. Why are you guys talking? You hate each other.
Courier, Miss Sijwin told me you still haven't eaten.
Yeah, I was working on something, so I forgot.
That's no excuse for... Huh? What's you two?
Hey, guys.
Junior, Lurvine, we're back!
They were acting like a couple again.
Hello there. It's been quite the mess here recently. How have you been?
We're chilling. You know, I'm not the one that was in danger from the water, you know. The worst that can happen to me is I drown. You guys just dissolve, disappear, gone forever, dust. Actually, turn into the water. But we're chilling.
And you? Are you still taking the secret passageway from the infirmary to work on the ship?
Yep. That is still top secret, though. So don't say a word to anyone.
Yeah, I know.
It can be a bit annoying when there are lots of people in the infirmary, but I still prefer taking that route over the one from the Duke's office.
Huh?
I mean, the infirmary does make it easier for you to slack off.
What's wrong with slacking off?
Oh, yeah? Then why are you also here so much?
You two really are just using your jobs as a cover for your relationship, aren't you?
Not at all!
Okay, Risley, that's what I want. It's the big man, the main man. Risley. Risley. Risley, I want answers. Wait, why is he staring at me like that? Why are you the only person to acknowledge my existence in this way? Alright, Risley, what's up?
Do my eyes deceive me, or did I just see two inmates come back after making it to the surface? Some strange winds blowing of late.
See, that was different. I had unfinished business. I'm just making sure everything's cool, and I'm gonna be leaving again after my tea party. I don't want to be down here no more. It smells like seawater, salt. That's seawater is salt. You two are like an old married couple. We are not a couple. No, they totally are. Over here, like, we haven't ate today. You need to eat. They're a couple.
We wanted to see how the fortress is doing. Is everything still alright?
We're fine, for the most part. Neuvillette came down and took care of the worst of it.
If that's the case, why don't you just ask him to stay here?
Oh, yeah, what a brilliant plan. Let's go convince the Eudex himself to exchange the Courts of Fontaine for a puddle of water in the middle of nowhere.
I don't think that's gonna work.
He came here in a hurry and left without even stopping for a cup of tea. He did remember to take Miss Sigewinne's gift with him, though.
He sure sounds super busy.
Miss Clorinde has left as well. She also took her gift from Miss Sigewinne.
Nice.
Were the gifts milkshakes?
Neuvillette got the milkshake. Clorinde received lipstick instead.
Oh.
Those aren't even remotely alike.
Well, it's Neuvillette's own fault for making Sigewinne worried about his health by working so much. But besides that, our head nurse is still pretty fond of picking out beauty products for the ladies.
Okay, okay.
Oh, and I have some gifts here for you as well.
Yo.
Are these from Sigewinne too?
Nope, they're from yours truly.
Yo.
You've already wrapped up your work at the fortress, so you can return to the surface at any time. You haven't yet served your full prison term, however, so you may continue to use your cell until your term is up.
Okay, so we're free to go, but we have a cell.
For real? Then we could stay here for a really long time?
Is food still covered?
You may access the cafeteria for free.
Yo.
Just remember to come complete your paperwork once it's time for your release.
Okay. Wait, what's our gift? Wait, is our gift just being able to leave? Oh, our gift is that we have free access to the free world. That's cool. That's cool. Anyways. You want to move on to the dormitories? We're gonna go back up the old-fashioned way. What's your stance on spoilers? I mean, obviously I would like to avoid it. I would say. I think that is bad. Which, I mean, sometimes, like, I feel like if I come across something on accident, like online, I'm not too upset. And sometimes that can make me even more excited in some cases. But if it's, I feel like it's a little bit different when someone tells you spoilers directly. If it gets revealed after a point than I am now. Well, I think they have covered that already, but if there's anything else that's past this point, I'm gonna say no. But they have kind of covered it a little bit, sort of. Wisely did. Do I remember exactly? No, I can definitely not quote them. I've stopped since then.
We're back in our cell again. We're no longer prisoners, though, so it really doesn't feel the same.
It's like we've regained our freedom. Like Eren Yeager.
Being free sure feels pretty special now.
Paimon, is there something you'd like to say?
Huh? How did you know?
Usually just fall asleep.
Hey, that's not true! Alright. Okay, Paimon just wanted to say that we really are an amazing duo after all.
Paimon, you do nothing. You rarely... Have you done anything?
It's like we've now gone to so many places together and become friends with so many people. We've never stopped traveling or stopped meeting new friends. There are so many bad things in the world, and we're just two people, but we've still been solving problems no matter where we go. Isn't that pretty cool?
I mean, it's pretty cool, but, you know, I just want to find my sister. But I mean, yeah, we're the best adventurers ever. You know, if I had to choose, I would put us #1. Cut about the rest, give me my medal, my trophy, whatever you gotta do.
You're counting Paimon today? Aren't you the only adventurer here?
Being a guide counts.
Then let's ask Catherine to give Paimon an adventurer handbook as well. Paimon will also be an adventurer from today forward. Just our thoughts making Paimon giddy. Paimon's gonna crash, so you sleep soon too.
Oh yeah, I know. That's been long covered. We're like, so if we were to cut this into like fifths, because I think there's 5, you know, like we're already through. I'm forgetting how to split things in this fifths. I don't know. We're like 75% in, pretty much. That's not fifths, but we're pretty deep. Yeah. Of course.
The last time we fell asleep here, we woke up to a whole mess outside ourselves. The primordial seawater nearly rose up. We should be safe now, right?
Well, we'll be fine. We'll be fine.
All right then. Good night to you, traveler.
Oh, we're eating. Yo, this time I got the wall. Wait, we're not even using the covers. Hello? Oh, child vision. Big ol' whale. Okay. Act 4 complete. Yeah, we know that part. We physically saw that in the last one. But hold on, I'm lost. Yeah, this is where I wanted to go. Act 4 done, and me being in a very grumpy, angry mood. We're done. We'll actually do it tomorrow. We'll do all of Act 5 tomorrow, I promise. Hopefully, I can finish my schoolwork sooner, so I can start earlier. Who all do you have? Well, I've never been much of like a character collector. I only really play Genshin for the story nowadays. But we got... I'll just kind of slowly go through them a little bit. Just kind of... You'll notice that like only like 10% of them are even leveled.
Benny's
like,
adventure team!
At all, to any extent. Do you have you? Who is you? Who is you? Raiden? I do have Raiden. I have every Archon besides Navia and Farina. Because I'm not interested in Navia or Farina. But we have her right here. Haven't used her. She's still level 1, but she's here. Got Lynette, we got Sayu, we got Sucrose, we got... I don't know how I got this guy or who this guy is. We have this kid. We have Rosaria, Diona, Dory, Fischl, Beidou, Kali, Thoma, Xingyan, and that's all. Not much of a collector. I would happily take myself off your hands. I would, yeah, no, if you could trade, that would be very cool. There's a few characters I want just for like the fun of it, because like Hazao, like I want the characters that like throw hands. Like I want Hazao, I want Risley. I think that would be a lot funner, or at least feel funner. I think it will like make the game interesting for a bit to just throw hands, enjoy the fighting style. But yeah, no, I would totally make that trade. I think I only wished for Raiden to spite any of my friends who didn't get Raiden. I'm pretty sure it was purely... Yes. Clea is my strongest character. And she's not even built... She's not even built to perfection, but she's built... Clea is the only character I have tried to build. Only character I've taken advice on how to build and actually made effort into building. Because I hate it. I hate it so much. I hate artifacts to a T. I hate artifacts so much. Artifact grinding. My RNG is not there. My RNG is not there. But we have the power of bombs. Pretty much all I do in fights is just hit them with this. You know, hit them with a little bit of freeze, maybe wham on them for a bit, and then I'll just drop the bomb. And sometimes they'll crit and do like a whole like 20k damage, and I'm like, woo, big numbers! And this is the only character that really has big numbers. Ayaka is my favorite, but unfortunately, she's good. She's like my main combatist. I don't actually use the Traveler much. He just has to be on my team legally. But we do what we can. We do what we can. Maybe I should put more effort into actually building characters and making them strong. But regardless, thank you, Rui, Fallen, and Social for pulling up. Thank you, Fallen, for your comment when you're like, oh yeah, I'll stay and support you anyways until you're done, because that made me feel a little bit better. It's not enough to make me not angry anymore and all crabby, but it did make me feel a bit better. It was like over, it kind of like took a second to sit in. After, it wasn't like instant, but after like 10 minutes I was like, man, it's so nice. It's so nice. And I was like, I could maybe push on and finish it, but I'm not still like 100%. I'm still very annoyed, very crabby, very angry. So I'm just gonna chill out, try to enjoy my time. I think do whatever I can to try to stop being crabby and angry, so I can enjoy my night. Just gonna relax, figure something out. But thank y'all. Tomorrow, we will do it. Nothing should come in the way tomorrow. Tomorrow we will do it. I'm the goofy at all my friend groups. I'm always here to make peeps laugh and smile. You did. I smiled, and then I was like, no, I'm angry. I was like, oh no, it was weird, but it's time. I'll see y'all hopefully tomorrow. Tomorrow we will do this for real, for real. We'll dive into Act 5, and I'm gonna make it. I'll probably delete the stream. No, I'm not going to delete the stream. We're just gonna have a really basic thumbnail tomorrow, because it is what it is. I was gonna delete the stream, and then I was thinking about deleting the stream and using the thumbnail, but there is no chaos in Fontaine. The crisis is over. It didn't last nearly as long as I thought. So we're just gonna leave it here. We're gonna leave it here. But thank y'all. I'll see you tomorrow or tonight, depending on whoever I hang out with.